So, one of my coworkers, you know who you are, challenged me to read or write a story regarding my all-time least favorite subject matter, and that would be dinosaurs. I find it extremely unpleasant to think about dinosaurs, talk about them. It's a thing. I don't like dinosaurs. Maybe it was that one movie with the dinosaurs and the kids, and then the dinosaurs were like, hey, we're your friends, and then suddenly they were fed that, thing at the circus that turned them bad. I don't remember what that one was. I used to know the name of it. I googled it one time. I still don't like it. It freaks me out. I feel like this story has really helped me grow in some weird way or another. It's called A Story... Oops, sorry. It's a story about how one T-Rex with abnormally short arms ruined things for all the slightly less terrifying dinosaurs. I'm one of those lazy children's story writers, apparently, because I didn't want to illustrate the whole thing, so this is the one picture. And that's the pterodactyl, of course. That's the nasty little icky T-Rex, and then this is just a sad little long-necked dinosaur. I think they're all gonna be sad. Before I start the story, I just want to warn all you people out there, this is not going to be a very happy story. It wasn't a happy ending for the dinosaurs, it's not going to end happily for them now. So if you're one of those people who, like myself, appreciate the happy ending of a story, this is not going to be the story for you. This is going to be the complete opposite of that story. On that note, let's get started! Once upon a time, when the world was raw and young, 3 dinosaur friends decided it would be a clever thing to climb to the top of a volcano. They were very, very wrong, but we'll get to that in a second. The first of these friends was Petey the tone-deaf pterodactyl. Petey enjoyed long flights along the beach, killing things and eating them, and singing as he flew. Not necessarily because flying and singing is an enjoyable or pleasant combination, but because Petey was a horrible singer. And since his friends had tiny arms or limbs and no wings, it made such a pastime safer to partake of in the air. Second dinosaur friend was called Long-Necked Leonard. Now, poor Leonard suffered from a horrible fear of heights and was always terrified of lifting his head too far off the ground in case he were to become discombobulated and lose his balance. He spent much of his free time laying on the ground and crying. Everyone felt bad for Leonard, and yet nobody felt bad for Leonard. It was just what Leonard did. The third friend in the trio went by the title Tiny-Armed Timmy, or Tat for short. Tat had always been a respectable sort. He loved hanging out with his dinosaur friends, but Tat had always had a bit of a dark side. Nights when all he would dream about would be devouring his friends for dinner. And other nights he would wake to find himself stomping all about and knocking down innocent trees and shrubs. Tat was troubled and extremely emotionally compromised. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, these 3 unlikely friends one day decided to climb a volcano, and here's why. Petey flew as fast as he could to wake up his friends where they slept peacefully. My calling in life is to be a pterodactyl. I'll let you know how that turns out. Wake up! Wake up! I have news to tell you, he cried, crash landing next to Leonard. Leonard woke with a startled gasp, raising his head high in the air, then putting it down quickly. Can't it wait until morning? Leonard asked. I don't want to hear more of your tales about flying. Ugh, so high up in the sky, I have nightmares for weeks. Petey hopped over and perched on a log, screeching once more in distress. Tat's tail twitched as he woke, and a struggle ensued as he tried to reach the back of his head to scratch an itch. Someone please, a little help if you'd be so kind. Petey flew over to sit on Tat's back, itching his scales and talking at a rapid pace. You will never ever guess what I discovered while flying, he exclaimed. I saw an egg! On top of the volcano! A real egg! Tat and Leonard looked at each other in disbelief. An unhatched egg? Well, what are we waiting for? We should fetch it at once. Yeah, we should, Petey squawked. I would have nabbed it myself, but my talons could not hold it while flying. We'll need you to carry it for us, Tat. Guys, Leonard groaned, laying his head on the ground. Do we really need to? I mean, what happens if we encounter, a lava monster? The other 2 busted out laughing at such a preposterous idea, causing their friend to tear up again. However, nobody cared about poor Leonard's tears. Come on, Tat said, getting to his feet. Lead the way, Petey. Petey, you lead the way. Petey, he leads the way. Yeah. This is so getting deleted. He nodded and took flight once more, leaving Tat and Leonard to follow along by land. The climb to the top of the volcano was easy. They arrived there in no time at all, except Leonard stayed at the bottom of the volcano because he just couldn't handle the height. So he pretty much just laid there while the other 2 did all the work. Lazy, long-necked Leonard. Dang it, Leonard. As it turns out, Petey had been right. Teetering on the edge of the volcano's mouth was an unhatched dinosaur egg. Yay! Woohoo. Go on, Tat. Grab it and let's get out of here, Petey encouraged. It's so hot up here that it feels like my wings will turn to crisps. I thought about it, imagining a cooked meal that would be something similar to bacon and eggs, but quickly shook his head to clear it of the image. He approached the egg, attempting to reach down to pick it up, but his little arms just wouldn't reach. They just Sad day. The volcano was beginning to come alive beneath them, rumbling and shaking, and the heat seemed to increase. The smoke burned their eyes. Tat, friend, come on! We must get away from here quickly, Petey screeched. I can't reach it! Tat exclaimed, grunting and bending down until his face was against the ground. Yet even then his arms were too short. And when he tried picking it up with his jaws, it just wouldn't stay. Ash and fire began to spew from the volcano, and Petey was unfortunately knocked into the molten fiery furnace by a frustrated and confused Tat, whose tail was swishing back and forth far too quickly for the pterodactyl to dodge. Aw, shucks. If you could have dodged a T-Rex tail, then you can dodge a ball. But he couldn't, that's why he's dead. Tat and the egg were soon swallowed up by lava too, since Tat couldn't get himself up again in time to run away, and because Leonard had cried himself to sleep at the bottom of the volcano, he was kind of swallowed up in lava too, and all of them went extinct. If only Tat could have reached the egg, if only his friends could have gotten away with it before their untimely demise. Alas, such is the outcome when you have tiny little arms and a huge head. The lesson of the story is that they could have and should have all had a V8 instead, but they didn't. The end. I think this is why I don't write kid stories. But there you have it. There's the dinosaur story. You probably didn't enjoy that, but I really did. I'm sorry, all of you dinosaur lovers out there. I'm not one of you. I don't like them. Now I kind of had my revenge on them too. So thank you, coworker. You know who you are, for that idea. And I will see you guys later. Have a great week. Go be awesome. Bye.